Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to our trading room and happy new year. Just want to check that you can hear me, just sound checking, and you can see my screen and everything is good. So just give me a sign on the chat box, please. Okay, once again, can anyone hear me and see my screen? All right, thank you very much, Sven. Okay, I'll be back in another 2 or 3 minutes. We are about to start in another 2 or 3 minutes, all right? Okay, so once again, welcome to the 5ers Trading Room and Happy New Year. I hope you had a nice and you enjoy your holidays. And after the end of the year, where the volatility became low and the liquidity, more precisely, became really low, I would still consider this as a bit risky days for trading, since we are actually just today, I think, just today back. The market is back to be active after the end of the year. So generally, I would let the market and the pairs a few more days, of course, to get some direction, to create new supply demand critical levels, to see what the market will do. Of course, I'm talking from the swing or long term perspective traders. As for the scalpers and intraday short term traders, whatever you call it, it's not really relevant, because even these days you can always try to get some few pips from the market every day. Oh, okay. So I just would like to remind you that in our one of our service that we just add in the dashboard is the trading course that we just add, and you can sign up for free and get it. You can do it through your dashboard, and you'll get our trading course, which Saul recorded it. It's about think it's about 6 lessons, recorded lessons. So you might get some great benefit. We got very good comments regards this. So you all more than welcome to sign up for this from the dashboard if you want, of course. All right. So before we start, just to mention, my name is Nir. I usually focus on supply-demand method, pure supply and demand, critical levels. I trade with the naked charts, as you can see now, and I don't use any indicators, any oscillators. So if you have any questions regarding supply and demand, or any other questions regarding the program we offer, you are more than welcome to write it down in the chat box. I will do my best to answer all your questions. And of course, you are more than welcome to participate with me in this trading room and analyze with me together the pairs. If you have any comment, any other assets you prefer to analyze together, just write it down and we're going to do it together. All right. I'll pick the first one. I'll start with the euro dollar. As we can see, the euro dollar is one of the most popular pair, and I would like to take a look on the monthly or maybe the weekly chart just to try and understand what happened to the euro dollar in the last year, which is from this level where I am now. And just take the chart a bit into the left, and so that was the beginning of 2020 here, right? About here, sorry. That was the beginning of 2020, and here is the end about this area. So you can see exactly how the dollar got weak, not only against the euro, I think against most of the major pairs. The US dollar lost some from his value. At the moment, from this weekly chart, we can see that the euro dollar just reached support slash supply level. I'll zoom out a bit, we'll see it much better. I think we mentioned this, that we are in a support level, and it was a supply originally here from the left, but still it's a level that I do believe the price will find hard to break out, and even if it probably will take some time, we might see some technical correction before something like this. Nothing for sure, but we can expect this. And technical correction in this weekly chart can be also 300-400 pips in this case. So generally, if I was a swing long-term trader, I would look for a reversal signal at these levels, but I will look for it from the lower time frame. It's not a great supply that I will sell on the first touch of the price as now, but I'll definitely keep my eyes open and look for the reversal signal by the price action. So if we just switch to the 4H time frame, I think that the first signal I'm looking for is to see if the price will break out the last low of the price here, this area. I would say even this level, because this one is relying on this small demand from the left. So I would like to see the price breaking out this level. And again, when I'm talking about breaking out, I'm not talking about something like this, all right? Not a tiny and insignificant one. I'm talking about at least something like this, something that you can see very clear with your eyes, and you have no doubt that this level is broke out. So this is what I'm looking for at the moment. Since this is the last low, or this area, it's also kind of support resistance if you take a close look from the left, and here and here. So once the price, if the price of course will break out this level, I will look for the reason for sale. And when I say reason for sale, I will look for a new supply. That's what I'm looking for. And if that happened and the price will create some new supply and let the price to retrace, and if it's a good supply, I will sell on the first touch. So at the moment, that's the scenario. I can wait for as a signal for a reversal from this time frame, at least from the 4H time frame. Okay, and if that happened and we did succeed to find a good supply and the price retrace and we sell on the first touch, that will be the first or the final target, depend on you as a trader, how long you want to take it, how far. And the second one, I think, can be here, or maybe the final one, somewhere at the very bottom here. And of course, during this way, I will always roll my stop loss on every opportunity. On the first opportunity, I will roll my stop loss and manage the position all this time. If we take a look on the daily chart, I mentioned this level and this one. For those who want to take it further, that's the further target here, this supply, sorry, this demand. Okay, so that's relevant for swing long-term traders. That's the situation here. Let's roll down to the 1H time frame. I think the conclusion will be the same. See if we find something in the 15-minute chart. And we did had here some, I think it was on Friday or maybe Thursday, sorry, when the market volatility was and liquidity was low, but still, consider this picture. It was a very clear opportunity. The price created this low after a row of higher lows here, as you can see. Then suddenly the price dropped down, retraced back to check this top, which seems like good supply, and continue down. That was the situation here. We can see also what we call during this downtrend, what seems like a technical correction here, it's eventually it's the reaction of this clear demand from the left. All right, you can see it's very clear, the few small candles, and then the price run away from that level. That's why we can see this reaction here. Okay, so that situation, this one and this one are very clear, and I think at least we can explain the situation here, which is important to understand the price himself and to explain at least most of the movement if we can. And then the price dropped down. That was the end of last week and beginning of this week. We can see a tiny gap of 13, 14 pips, not significant one. Let's go to the present and 15 minutes, 5-minute chart. If I was a scalper, clear demand here, you can see the same picture as we saw on the 15-minute chart just a few seconds ago. The demand, few small little candles, then the price run away for a few pips relevant for scalpers short term. And I would say maybe this or this is the first touch. Anyway, we can see the reaction from that level. 14 pips, 15 pips. I believe it's enough for scalpers or very short-term traders. And if we are trading according to 5-minute charts, we can assume that the reaction we'll get is not hundreds of pips and not a thousand of pips, but a few pips for scalpers or traders and short terms. So great demand. This is what we have now at the moment. If we take a look on the left and above, I don't see this area above. It's a resistance, and below we have a demand maybe here, but definitely if I was a short-term traders or maybe scalpers, the next level I would look to buy on the first touch of the price is here below, is where the price start this week with a gap up, this one. And I'm pretty sure there are unfilled buy orders waiting here for the price, and we probably will see, not for sure, but nothing for sure, but we will probably see at least some reaction from that level on the first touch of the price. Okay, 1 minute time frame, and I don't see anything else besides what we analyzed so far. And okay, so if you prefer any other pairs, please just write it down on the chat box and I will analyze together. If you have any open trades you want to discuss it with me, and we can just analyze this pair while talking about this trade. You can also please just write it on the chat box. All right, GBP and Japanese yen. Okay, let's take the GBP and the yen. We can see the daily chart. I will clean the chart first. Okay, so we can see from the daily chart how this week starts. This is today. It seems like this daily chart going about to engulf the previous one. I don't really use the candlestick patterns or things like that. And let's take a look on the 4H time frame and see how it looks. This is how it looks. We will zoom out a bit so we will see the whole picture. This is the 4H time frame. This is the 1H time frame. And to be honest, if I was a swing long-term trader, I don't see at the moment any good opportunity to take an action, not for buy, not for sell. I'll definitely consider to buy if the price reached that level. I think this level is still clear and fresh one. I don't consider this and this as a first touch. I still believe this level is a clear level and the price will get some reaction on the first touch of that level. So I will buy at this level on the first touch. But for now, we are definitely far from this level. So, okay, so it's 15-minute chart. Let's see if we find something good for now. You can see the reaction here as a technical correction for this downtrend, but still there is a reason why it's happened exactly here. And the reason is this demand from the left. All right, so that's what we got here. And 5-minute time frame, we can consider this as a small supply. Maybe we will find a good reason for sell. I think that one is also good, but it's a bit too late now. Okay, if we are short term or intraday trader, 6 pips, it's a lot. But maybe the price will get higher to this level, we will follow it. And if that happens, it's also a great level to try and sell this pair on the first touch. I can also put the sell limit from now. Sorry, where is this window? Here. So I'll just drop the stop loss somewhere on the chart. And well, it was exactly where I want, about this level. Okay. So for now, that's okay. The stop loss a few pips above this level. This is the entry level. And that's the only thing I can look for now. And if that happened and we get this sell limit triggered, I'll try to take this position all the way to the next critical level. I believe it's somewhere here. After we clearing this one now, okay, the next one, it's about this area. So that can be the final target for this position. But first, let's see if we got inside and let's see if the price will trigger the sell limit order. All right, so that's for the GBP against the yen. Just for now, we can see that the price is bearish, and bearish, I mean, from short term, as you can see from the low time frames perspective, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, so US dollar against the yen. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to write it down in the chat. Okay. Hi, Thomas. You say US dollar against the yen. You are about 50 pips in a buy order, then you are in profit. Currently in 50 pips profit. That's great. Happy for you. And let's bring the US dollar against the Japanese yen. This one, the daily, sorry, this is 15-minute chart. So let's 60 pips now. Great. First, I can only give you my suggestion is, of course, roll your stop loss this level, maybe even below this one here. Sorry, I'll take this to the middle, will be much more comfortable. I would set my stop loss below this or even below this. Depends how much you prepare to lose, to draw down before continuing up maybe. If I would need to find a target for this position, it's about this area here. All right, I want to see how it looks in this 1 minute time frame. See this one, it can be this level or maybe even this tiny supply here a bit above, but the difference between them it's about 3-4 pips. I'm not sure I would take the risk somewhere here. Again, I'm talking from the short-term intraday perspective. Okay, so that's your take profit 100. Okay, 1.3 and 36. Let's follow your position. 36. All right, and your stop loss is, we are discussing this together. Okay, your stop loss is 66, which is way below. Whoa. To be honest, and okay, I'm not sure there is a good reason to let the price go all the way back and wipe out almost 40 pips from your profit and set the stop loss here. I think that at least from this level here, I think that if the price will break out this level at least, then there is a high chance that you will probably see the price continue down and trigger your stop loss. High chance, okay? Of course, if you have your system and it works good, just stick to it. I just give my explanation according to the price himself. If this level will be breaking out, we will probably see the price continue down all the way and trigger your stop loss, since if that's level breakout here, there is nothing here critical from the left that will stop the price from continuing down. I want to see how it looks on the hourly chart, and I don't see anything that will stop the price. Whoa, that's very low levels for the price now. again, for intraday trader, I think the daily or the 4H time frame not always relevant. So that's in my opinion from this short term and low time frame. This is where I would put my target for this position. Of course, you don't have to, you have your target, but it's a critical level that I will suggest you to take in action. Maybe close part of the position, maybe just roll your stop loss a bit above and find the next level that you should protect the price. And as for the target you set, it's a resistance level, but to be honest, if the price will succeed to reach that level, if that happened, we will probably see the price continue up to this level maybe, but of course that's the level I see in the price, and I hope you continue to have a great benefit from this trade. All right, so this is for the US dollar against the Japanese yen. During this analyze, we also analyze this pair for the short-term scalpers traders. As for the long term, I don't see any clear opportunity. I think we discussed this pair also a week ago in the previous trading room. And for short term, you can find a good. To be honest, I would look for a sell position at these levels if I was a short term intraday trader here above. Okay, so next one is, let's take the AUD against the USD, Aussie against the dollar. Okay, yes, US dollar against the Swiss, we can do it very soon. Okay. Okay. Let me just bring the AUD against the USD. 1 minute, please. Okay, by the way, just to let you know, on the chat box at the bottom, you can choose to send the message to. You have options. If you roll it, if you open this arrow, you'll get a list. If you choose all penalties, sorry, all panelists and attendees, then everybody will be able to see your messages. Of course, only if you don't mind, if you want. So that's all I wanted to let you know. If you choose this option, it's the second option, then all the attendees will be able to see your messages. Okay. All right. So let's continue. I'll take the AUD against the USD, Aussie against the dollar, and see what we'll find out. This one. And daily chart. This is the weekly chart, and as you can see, the price slowly continue up, as we can see in this weekly chart. As I said, like most of the dollar pairs, the US dollar losing power against most of the major currencies. So that's what we have now on the weekly chart. This is the daily chart. 4H chart. I think for the long term daily weekly chart, there is no something clear that I can see coming soon. So I try to stick to the 4H time frame and below. And this is the 4H time frame. The first thing that jump into my eyes is this demand here below. Let's see how it looks on the 1H time frame. Is this one? I think it's still relevant. Also, the candles are not really big for 1H time frame. I don't see any one candle that really run away from that level. We'll continue down to the 15 minutes. By the way, it seems that the price start to develop double top at the moment. Of course, we can consider this double top only after the price, and if the price will break out this level between these two tops. Only if the price will do something like this, then we can look up and say, okay, we have a double top above, and then we can look for a fresh supply in the lower time frame, maybe 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and if the price retrace this supply, we can sell on the first touch, and of course that can be the final target as long as the price didn't reach there. Okay, so this is what we can see from the 1H time frame. This is 15 minutes, and still this picture is very clear. Once the price will break out this level, and if that happened, as you can see, it relying on this demand from the left, and if that happened, something like this, okay, I will look for a fresh supply from this time frame, or maybe the 5 minutes, let the price to retrace and sell on the first touch if I find a good supply for it. That will be the target. You can see a bit from this level, a bit that the price run away a few pips. To be honest, when I'm rolling down for the 15 minutes and maybe in the 5 minutes, what we saw on the 4H and 1H time frame now seems a bit powerless. I'm not convinced about this level anymore as a demand. So 5 minutes time frame, of course, we're still waiting for the same situation. This is how it looks in the 5 minutes, and to be honest, again, what we saw in the 1H time frame and the 4H, not really convenience when we just roll down to the 5 minute chart. I might consider to buy here on the first touch, but maybe as a scalper short term, I will be very careful with this level, because how it looks, we might see some reaction from this level. It's not a perfect level for the swing or long-term traders. The price run away from that level, only few pips, hardly few pips, not the best one. Okay, so back to the 1H time frame. I think that's all we can say regarding the AUD, the Aussie against the dollar. This is what we are waiting for. If the price will break out this level, we will have a double top above, and probably the next station, the next destination of the price will be this level. Okay, all right, so let's see what we have more. Can we please discuss? Yes. All right, let's take the US dollar against the Canadian. Here it is. See if we find something interesting. Before, let's go back to the pound yen, see what's going on with our sell limit order. As you can see, the price still struggling to go up, and we are about the same level as it was a few minutes ago. So let's continue. This is the US dollar against the Canadian, and we have this situation here. First, just from this 5 minute chart, I can say that I will consider to buy here. I will explain why. Okay, we can see this seems like a demand level for the 5 minute chart and the 1 minute chart. Sorry, you can see this level. And if we take a close look on this 15 minute chart, we can see something that seems like a, not exactly head and shoulders, but I would consider this level, it's the same shoulder here, as a good level to buy on the first touch. Also, the price reached that level, this high, which is about the same as this, and I believe that if we already got this high, I believe that the next destination of the price is at least this supply here above. Seems like a supply. So I think from this perspective, any down movement here, it's only a technical correction in order to maybe continue up at least to this level. So that's what I think from this chart, 15 minutes and 5 minute chart. I'll see if the price reaches that level, and I'll open a buy position on the first touch. 1H time frame, we can see that we are after a downtrend. We are still in a downtrend. 4H time frame, still in a downtrend. We just broke out this support from the left just in this last trading day. All right, you can see daily chart. I don't see nothing from the left, so it's probably a very low level that the price haven't visited us, didn't visit that level from maybe 2.5 years from this time here. That's the last time the price was at this value. All right, so this is the weekly chart to just to get a picture from the left where we are. So this is where the price now. 15-minute charts again. I don't have any conclusion and something to advise from the daily or the weekly chart. As you can see, it's a weekly chart. I don't see any fresh demand. Probably in the daily chart, I will see some. If I go to the left, and this is where the price now, you see the gray line, and this is, I would let the price to dig deeper to these levels here, and then I will look for a buy position. I will look for it from the lower time frame, and lower time frame consider to the daily and the weekly chart. I mean, maybe from the 4H time frame, 1H time frame, and see if the price changing the momentum from downtrend to uptrend. But currently, at the moment, the price is still in a downtrend, as you can see here in the 4H and the 1H time frame. We discussed about this opportunity in the 15-minute chart. I will consider to sell on the first touch here above. Okay, on the first touch of the price. And I will follow the price also when reach that level here, because it might be also a level that we will see some reaction of the price. So maybe here at this level, I will look for a reversal from the lower time frame. In this case, it's only the 1-minute chart. If I find an opportunity on the 1-minute chart, I'll sell. If not, I'll let the price continue up and sell here on the first touch of the price. Right, so that's the only situation I can see regards this US dollar against the Canadian. Okay. Hi, Thomas. You probably put the trailing stop. Well, that's also a solution, but to be honest, I prefer to set stop loss in a level that I can explain why I set the stop loss there, and not just set stop loss 20 pips with no clear explanation on the price himself. So maybe if you go to sleep at night, you can set a trailing stop loss or something like this. But as long as you can be available for the chart, just set the stop loss below the last low of the last critical level of the price. I think it will be much more wiser. All right. The next one we can analyze now. Let's take the US dollar against the Swiss. Here is the US dollar against the Swiss, and daily chart. It will be probably almost a mirror for the euro dollar, almost, not exactly. And we can see on the weekly chart, but nothing to say from this high time frame. This is the 4H time frame. We can see the price just create a new low below this one. This is the 1H time frame. I would expect the price to react from that level here. Here, it seems like a good demand, and the price just go through this all the way down. So as you can see, that's also part of the game, not all the levels holding on. I think there is a critical supply here. It seems like from this small candles, but let's roll down to the 15-minute chart. This is what we gain. It still seems like good supply here. If I want to be more accurate, I will go to the 5-minute chart, and we have this level and above this level. So we can do things like this. We can sell here and set the stop loss here, or we can take the risk, which mean when I'm saying risk, I mean that we can miss this opportunity maybe and sell only if the price reach that level. If the price react to this level here, we will miss this opportunity, but that's okay. So each one of you can choose what to do. You can also take this level and risk all this level, which altogether it's about 15, 16 pips. And final target for this, it's a bit hard to say now. I would take it at least to the last low where the price now, because if we take a look from the left on the weekly chart and try to get some indication from these times here, we won't find something. It's from 5 years back. Okay, it's a bit hard to decide exactly where the price can react according to what we have here from the left. So that's what I will do now. Sell here, stop loss here, or let the price reach this level, then you risk less, your potential is greater, but you might miss this opportunity also because it's also a supply level here, and we can never know where the price will turn back, if it's this level or maybe this, or maybe the price will go through all these levels. That's why we always put stop loss. Okay, that's for the US dollar against the Swiss. I'll go through the Swiss and Canadian, okay, in the loonie against the yen. Okay, as ATN asked, all right, ATN. So let's bring the Canadian against the yen. This is 5-minute chart. As you can see, I just would like to take a look, and I think we just miss this sell order. It's not, I think it's not relevant anymore. The price continue down and run away from that level. We'll check it again in a few minutes. All right. So let's start from the 1H time frame. And to be honest, this chart is not really clear. I can only set a line on the level that I can say it seems clear to me. This one seems like a supply level, and this one here probably will see some demand. Let's check this level in the lower time frame, this 15-minute chart. So I would take it even lower, this level here, and here I will consider to buy on the first touch of the price. Okay, it seems like a good level for buy position on the first touch of the price, of course only if the price reach that level. And if I roll back to the left here, as you can see, this is how it looks in this 15-minute chart. I will take the risk at this level. I will take the risk and sell on the first touch of the price here. So to be clear, at the moment, this is the next available level we have for position. I will act on the first touch of the price as soon as the price will hit this or this level. Of course, sell here above and buy here below. Stop loss at this level here, it will be just a few pips above here, and stop loss here will be just a few pips below this level. So that's the next levels that I will take an action for this pair. Okay, and this is the Canadian against the yen. We asked to analyze also the Swiss against the yen. Well, let's see if we have something interesting in the Swiss. I think many of the pairs just the same picture, but let's take a look. This is the 4H time frame, and we do have a demand here from the left. We already have the reaction on the first touch here, and sorry. All right, this is the daily chart, the weekly chart, and on the weekly chart we are just in a really clear, as you can see from the left, resistance level. All this level here, it's a very clear resistance level. You can see it very clear. So it's not a level to sell on the first touch, as you probably already know. It's not a supply, okay, and but it's a resistance on the weekly chart, the weekly time frame. So we might look for a reversal opportunity. I will look for it on the lower time frames, at least the 4H time frame. As you can see now, we did had this situation here. It's a kind of Quasimodo. You can see the price create in this uptrend, create this high and then low and then higher high and then lower low, and again and again and again. In fact, this is the last low. What defined an uptrend? That the price created all the time. The price create higher lows, higher than the previous one, and suddenly the price broke out the last low here. That's happened here. You can see once that happened and the price broke out the last low, in this case, and it's happened in one movement, as you can see, it created this Quasimodo pattern. So we just need to find the supply above in the lower time frame here to take the sell position if the price retrace, and that's what happened here. And it happened much more, it took the price much more time to go back to this level from the time it's dropped down all the way. You can see how many candles we have from this level to this, and how many candles took the price to get back to this level. Okay, that movement, it's much powerless movement than this one. So we could sell here. That's the sign that I would look for according to the fact that we are on a resistance level on the weekly chart. So sell here, let the price take all the way in. To be honest, I would expect the price to reach lower to this demand at least. But according to this situation, I guess that I would set the stop loss somehow and sometimes above this last high that the price created all the way down here, and probably will get triggered. So that's also something. Anyway, that's the situation now. The price react to this demand after creating this demand, and 15-minute chart, I don't see any very clear opportunity for now. 5-minute chart, this seems like a Quasimodo in the very low time frame. Let's see how it looks in the 1-minute chart. All right, this is 1-minute chart. It's a bit risky, but if I was a short term or scalper, if the price turned back to this level, I will consider to sell on the first touch, and that will be the final target here. All right, that one. So this is 1-minute chart. You can follow the price, let the price get all the way back to this level if that happened, and you can see kind of Quasimodo, since the price came after this uptrend while creating higher low always. This is the last low, and here the price broke out this last low. So, and above we have this supply, which is about the same level as the left shoulder here. So it's a great level. It's Quasimodo, which also we have a supply here above. Okay, I would let the price reach there and sell on the first touch. Okay, I think that's all for today. As I said on the beginning of this trading room, I will let the market warm up a little bit, see if the price create new levels. I will let the price to create new supply and demands and new critical levels. I will let the big institute banks and funds to get back into the market, let the volatility and the liquidity to get higher, and hopefully we'll have successful week and year 2021. I wish you all successful trading week and year. Thank you for joining for today. Hope you enjoy it. See you tomorrow, the same time exactly. We are back into the routine. Till then, do it carefully. All right. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.